Hey y'all. It's nice to see y'all today. I hope y'all are having a great day. We've had a good day so far. We got up and we got all of our school stuff done. And we're about to head out of the house for just a minute. I've got some stuff that I unpacked a few more boxes yesterday. Yes, I still have boxes I'm unpacking. And there was some stuff that I don't want to keep. I'm going to take it and donate it. Then we just had some other stuff that was already together and in bags to take to donate, clothes that didn't fit anymore, and those kinds of things. So we're going to take all of that and drop it off. I think we're actually going to go in the thrift store while we're there and just see what we see. I would love to find some softball cleats for Audrey, but I really doubt, like, that I would have to get real lucky. I'd have to get real lucky. So anyway, we're going to go in and look around, see what we see. I told the kids I might take them to the park and let them play since we're going to be out and about anyway. And then tonight we're going to cook some steaks. We've got some steaks sitting here thawing out from that freezer stock up we just did from the beef that we purchased. So it's steak for dinner tonight. We'll show that to you. And I would really, we'll see if it happens, but I would really love to can some more tomatoes tonight. That's the plan. We'll see if it happens. And if it does, of course, we'll share it with you. But for now, we're going to load this stuff up in the car and get it to donation. Yawns. Somebody just woke up from his nap. I'm Tiffany, by the way. This is Wyatt, and this is our small town life. We do homesteading, homemaking, and homeschooling things around here. And if you're new, we would love to have you subscribe and join us.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so
How are y'all today? Yeah, how are you?
And it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too.
No luck on cleats, which I really didn't expect to find any. It's not something that I see very often in the thrift stores, but I thought we might get lucky. No luck though. However, we did find some things. We found these shoes for Huddy, and they're Old Navy. They look really nice, and they were $3.99. So he got those. He said those are going to be his church shoes. And then both boys found a shirt, both of the older boys. So Easton found this one right here. And it was actually on sale today for $1. So he got that one. And Huddy's was 50% off today. So it was also $1. So we got us a couple of things. And also, I didn't realize it, but they have a rewards program in this thrift store now, where you get a point for every dollar you spend. We spent like $6 today, got 6 points, which means I have 60 cents that I could take off my next order, or I could keep letting it build up. And when you can find good shirts and stuff like that for $1, I mean, that'd be like getting a free shirt. So anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. And now I'm going to take the kids to the park.
I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light.
I've got our steaks marinating for tonight. I'm going to cover these and let them sit out on the counter for 30-45 minutes to come to room temperature before we cook them. I just have, this is what I got on. I've got some Dale's, some salt and pepper, and then some onion powder and garlic powder. And I think we're going to do salad and french fries to go with them. So I'm going to cover these up and let them sit here for a little while, then we'll cook them. We'll have dinner, and I think we are planning on canning some more tomatoes tonight. So we'll see how that goes. We are in the kitchen. Justin's going to help me, and we are going to can these tomatoes. We've already canned several. No, how many? We got 2 jars from the garden tomatoes last time, didn't we? 2 quarts. And then there was a few of those left over. I got a good deal on some tomatoes, so we're going to can these tonight. Our tomatoes are clean. Our jars, flats, rings, all that's clean. This process is a little bit different from what you normally see us do. Normally I'm telling you that your contents are hot, your jars are hot, your water bath canner's hot. Not this time. We're going to raw pack these tomatoes in our jars. So the jars are really clean. We are going to go ahead and heat up the flats, but everything else is just going to be room temperature, including the water in the water bath canner. You don't want to shock your jars. We about did that last time. I had started to heat up the water in the water bath canner, and then I remembered that it needed to just be warm or room temperature, because our jars are room temperature. The water in the water bath canner needs to be room temperature too, and they can all heat up together. So we've got clean tomatoes. These, all we're going to have to do, since they're all Romas, all we're going to have to do is just trim the top off. Then we're going to blanch them. We'll show you that process. If you were using a big tomato, you might want to core it. But all we'll have to do on these is trim the top, and we're going to blanch them in some hot water for just 30-45 seconds. Shock them in some cool water, and the skin will just slide right off. So we're going to do that, and then we'll show you the next step. So here's the setup we got going on over here. Hot water, that's where they're going to go first for about 30-45 seconds. Then they'll go into the ice water, shocks them, cools them down. We can pull the skins off, and then the peeled tomatoes are going to go in this bowl. Justin's just trimming the top off, and if he sees any spots that need to be trimmed out, he's doing that too. There's the first batch in the hot water. It doesn't have to be boiling, it just has to be really hot. And then they'll come out of there in just a few seconds, go into here, get peeled, go into there. We're going to keep doing that, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we put them in the jars. You can see they start to split. The skin will start to pull away. That's how you know they're ready to come out of the hot water. So for the quart size, you need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If you were doing a pint, you would just need 1 tablespoon. And I like to split it between the bottom and the top of the jar. So Justin's putting 1 tablespoon in the bottom of the jars. Then we're going to pack our tomatoes in there. Some of those bigger ones we're going to go ahead and cut in half. We're doing whole, essentially, big pieces, so that when it comes time to use them, we can dice them, we can puree them for putting them in soup or making sauce or whatever we're doing. And we're not putting any extra water in. We're just using their own juice. So as he puts them in, he's also going to kind of take the end of this wooden spoon and mash them down just to get a little bit of juice out and to pack them in our jars. Then we're going to go to about 1/2 inch head space. Put our other tablespoon of lemon juice on the top. Then we'll wipe the rims to make sure there's nothing on there to prevent a seal. Put our flat and our rings.
Good thing about canning tomatoes, if you cut your finger off, nobody will ever know.
Oh, man. We started with between 12 and 13 pounds of tomatoes, and we got 6 quarts. We've got them in our canner, and we're gonna wait on the water to boil. Don't start your time until the water is boiling. We're gonna cover it. The jars are covered by about an inch of water. That's important too. We're going to put the lid on. Once it starts boiling, we're going to time it for 45 minutes. Then we're going to cut the heat off and let them sit for another 10 minutes, and we'll take them out. All right, y'all, so these boiled for 45 minutes. Then I cut the heat off, cracked the lid a little bit, and let them sit here for another 10 minutes. The reason why we do that, I don't always do that, but with tomatoes, they're bad about wanting to siphon out of the jars a little bit if they cool down too fast. And it may still happen, but this at least stops the boiling and lets them start to cool off before we take them out. Don't get me wrong, they're still hot. And they may still siphon some. It's just the change of pressure can cause some of the contents to want to bubble out the top. They'll probably still seal even if that happens, but there's a chance that they wouldn't. So we want to avoid it if we can, and this is one precaution that I take. It's just turning it off and letting it sit for 10 minutes. Then we'll take our jars out. So I'm going to use my jar lifter and set them out over here on these towels. Y'all, it's dark. It's late. Mama's tired. We're going to get these out of here and get to bed. But we're going to sit them on the towels, let them sit for 24 hours, make sure they seal. The little button on the top will suction down. And that will mean that they seal. Then you can store them in the pantry. If they don't seal, you just want to put them in the refrigerator and use them first. All right, let me get them out. Know that we love you, we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.